Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go over some information about Zion gas ticker symbol ZNOG. Sorry, I've been out of contact the past week or so. I did have surgery. Everything is going well, recovering pretty well. Still got a couple weeks left to go. However, things are so far so good. So I appreciate you guys being patient. I do want to go over the update from Zion gas and from Twitter, and then we'll go over the one from last week, which I'm sure everyone has already seen, but we'll take a look at that. And then we'll actually just kind of take a look at the overall markets, and I'll give you my overall thoughts on it of what's to come and just kind of go from there. So this was posted this morning on their Twitter page. So Zion's rig position over the MJ01 wellbore. Beautiful night last night. Last Saturday night at the drilling location. See our recent update from July 18th if you have not seen it, and we will here in a minute. But look at that, what a view. Okay, so they have it moved over the MJ01 wellbore, so now we're just waiting for them to get busy. And then this is the update that they sent on July 18th. Okay, it says, dear Zion shareholders and supporters, as of the writing of this update, field operations remain on schedule and our rig is now positioned over the MJ01 wellbore. The repairs and maintenance as well as the inspection of the rig have been completed successfully. All necessary wireline equipment for the project has been mobilized with additional essential items from India, China, Romania, and Greece, currently in transit for the final stages of the operation. Lord willing, this week will mark a significant milestone as we actually re-enter the MJ01 wellbore. The initial phase of the recompletion projects involved drilling out the plugs, nearly 625 meters, that's approximately 2,050 feet of cement in the well. This process should take us to the end of the month, at which point we will run a series of wireline tests and casing integrity tests to ensure that the wellbore has withstood the past 6 years of high temperatures. If all goes as expected, we will then proceed with the perforation, stimulation, and well testing portion of the project. Based on the planning and careful preparation, we hope and anticipate the project will move toward completion at a reasonably efficient pace at this stage. Please note, of course, that ongoing conflict in the north of Israel may cause unexpected changes to our schedule, so we need to remain flexible. Your prayers and support are invaluable as we press forward in these unprecedented times. We are excited for the future and will share more updates with you in the coming weeks. Thank you all for being such an integral part of our journey for Israel's oil. Robert Dunn, CEO, and Monty Nez, VP of Operations, and they leave us with a Bible verse. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the love for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. So, really exciting to see that they had that update come out last week, and they posted again on Twitter to kind of re-engage people. Some things to keep in mind, again, that could cause some delays, is this process here of having to go through all the cement, and that's probably not an easy thing to do, and that of that depth, I would assume. And then this here to ensure that the wellbore has withstood the past 6 years of high temperature. So that's something that kind of cross your fingers, pray for them that it has, and that they can continue to go on without any type of major delays, because you want to see this thing kind of progress and kind of get its thing moving. And I think another positive update from this, if we get another positive update from the company soon, that they got that done and they're moving on to the stimulation and all that type of stuff, that may start picking some things up and getting some steam under it and start kind of moving the price up a little bit. I think people are going to be really skeptical at this point due to the fact of how we've seen a lot of delays and stuff in the past. So let's take a look at the charts really quick and let's see what they're telling us. All right, guys, so before we get into ZNOG, I just want to really quickly talk about the overall market. Okay, so we're going to look at ZNOG. It's not that much of a change, in my opinion. So the overall market in my opinion, has some more room for downside. I think that we're going to continue to come down here and probably retest at 53.22 level. I did take some profits off of an Amazon swing trade this week and move some stuff into the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs in one account. As far as my longer term plays, like my longer term Amazon and Tesla and Nvidias, those are just sitting there regardless of what happens over the next couple of months, because those are longer term, again, like 5 to 10 year play, just letting it kind of sit. So the only thing I'm thinking is if it falls to the level of what I bought it at, then I'm not going to freak out. I'm just going to buy more and just kind of let it do its thing from there. I haven't bought any Chipotle stock yet, like we mentioned at one point, just because I think that's going to go lower as well. Gotten a lot of negative feedback from that company as of late. Could be wrong, but I'm just going to kind of wait it out, because I think we can maybe get that at like 25 to 30 a share as opposed to 60. S&P 500, we hit all-time highs several times, and I think we're due for some type of nasty correction. And I think that we have potential to to maybe have our administration help us out with that. Tomorrow, Joe Biden's addressing the nation at 8 o'clock Eastern time. And I think if he comes out and says, I think he has the potential to have the John Brown effect, is what I'm saying. I think that he comes out and he can talk about why he's stepping down, and maybe he says that he's stepping down and allowing what's-her-face to take over. I think that destroys the markets temporarily, because that's a scary situation. Or maybe he says he has something going wrong with them, and I don't know. I kind of have a bad feeling that I think, and that's one of the reasons I exited one of my plays and held Amazon, because I just want to take my profits on it, because I think that could potentially shoot the market down. But we'll just kind of wait and see. But I think overall, we could see a little bit of pop up here, and if we hit that top again at the all-time highs, I still think we'd come down. I don't think we even get that high. I think that we start pushing down here over the next couple of weeks. So just kind of keep an eye out on the overall markets, and maybe use that as buying opportunities if you have some longer term investments in play and you were looking to buy. I think you may get some chances. So looking at Zion and gas, we are at a little over 6 cents currently, and the fib level is pretty much the same as what we've seen in the past several months. The low was about 0.047, and we've bounced up above that resistance of 0.0575. So now we're at about a 6 cents, a little over 6 cent gain, and a price point. And so what we want to see is if we can push higher and maybe get closer to the 7 cent mark. And if we do that, and this blue line comes above that pink line, that's going to be a good sign, because that confirms that we can see a breakout and maybe come back up and retest that 10 cent mark. But we'll have to wait and see what happens from there. Let's take a look at the longer term time frame. All right, looking at the longer term time frame, we're dating this back to January 1st of 2022 to yesterday, July 22nd, 2024. And this gets a little bit more interesting, because we did actually longer term cross underneath this golden cross breakout indicator, which signals that we typically see a big push to the downside. However, we bounced up. So if we can cross back over again, that would be kind of a good sign. But overall, 4.5 still basically what we're looking at as your floor. Longer term, again, this is a longer term daily chart. 12.5 is going to be your first level of resistance, then a little over 18, then about 24, 28, 33, and all the way to 42. Overall, it has potential to make a very large cup and handle pattern. In my opinion, if you see here 42 cents, we fell down. It's in my opinion slowly starting to form, as long as we can start making our way up. If we get a couple of decent updates and we start kind of trickling up longer term, and then we come back and retest at 42 cent mark, that would actually be pretty neat. But it's going to take some time, probably over the next couple of months, and we'll just kind of have to go from there. So anyway, guys, that's all I got for you in this one. Let me know your comments below. Other than that, we will catch you in the next one.